look a bit red.
Yeah. Like a newspaper. I've been a newspaper this week.
What's black and white and red all over? Red newspaper. No, it's not. It's a sunburnt penguin. Classic schoolyard joke.
Yeah.
So what you been doing?
You know what I've been doing already, I told you.
I don't know what you've been doing.
Just give me again. What have you told you?
Well, we've done this whole podcast for the past hour, so there's no point doing anything, is there?
Right. Went to cricket. Hence why I'm a bit red and flaky.
You look flaky. I think it's the redness isn't that bad. It's the flakiness that makes it a bit.
Yeah, I was redder. And now
redder. Is that a word? Redder.
Yeah.
Was redder.
More red.
More red. That's a red. Is that actually a word, or have you made that up?
Red is alright, isn't it? Yeah,
bigger.
Red is alright.
Make it bigger.
Bigger's not. I think red is. Redder
bigger
than that.
is. Bigger isn't.
Bigger. Yeah, bigger. Redder is fine.
So I got a text message this morning saying I look like Freddy Krueger. Yeah, so if you're watching the video podcast, let me know, does he look like Freddy Krueger or not? A bit, probably.
There are worse people to look like.
I think it's not down to that. It's not a name and shame people. So have you got, just to check, is there going to be any controversial points that I'm going to have to cut out of the podcast this week, like we did last week?
No, unless you want me to add them in.
No, I don't want to add them anymore, because it annoys me, to be honest with you. All right, thanks for that. Yeah, so apart from getting sunburnt, you've had a good little week, have you?
Been alright.
Yeah.
Been good. It's alright to get away and that, innit? But when you go away, then you're like thinking, I want to go home again now, don't you? So every day's like the next, really.
There's no place like home, is there?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've done everything there is to do in life now. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore.
You feel like you've done everything there is to do in life? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Sounds like someone who's tired of life. What they would say, but okay.
Christmas soon, isn't it? So
yeah, you can never get enough Christmases in your life, can you?
Yeah.
I got my balls checked. You know,
well, they must have been all right then.
It's fucking weird though.
Got a balls checked. Doctor said they're some of the best balls he's ever seen, and yeah, he
did say they were pretty decent. To be fair,
really, they're good.
They're good, strong balls. They are.
Yeah. So have you had your results?
No, well, he just checked them and he said there's nothing on them. They look all right. But it's just fucking weird when you go in there and he's like, and obviously he's been told to like be happy and try and keep people relaxed. But I think he was quite a bit more nervous than me. So I'm like lying down on the thing and he goes, "Oh, can you just move your penis out of the way, please?" And lie back. And it's a bit of like a weird silence. And then he just like goes, as I'm lying down and he's just squeezing my balls, he's just going, "So what do you do then?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to get into this conversation. Can you just check my balls and I'll just leave? So no, he's like, "Oh," and I was like, "All right, I do video editing for golf videos." Do you play golf, do you? I was like, "Yeah, I play a bit of golf." Yeah. "Oh, what's your handicap then?" It's like, "Come on, man. Can you just tell me if there's any lumps in there or not?"
Yeah.
And he's just doing it, and then it's just a bit weird. And then he starts chatting about football. Turns out he's
checked once in Thailand, and it is kind of, it's a release to get checked and realise you've got nothing.
You got your balls checked in Thailand?
No, balls just had a standard check.
Oh, right, yeah, you did tell me about that.
And it was all right, but still, it is weird when they're checking you. I just said to myself, he does this all the time. This is his job. Like he's seen like everything. Yeah. And I
don't think it was mine's regular job. I think he usually does other things. It's a GP, isn't it? It's not like he wasn't a ball doctor. It was just a normal GP. So then I've come in and he's like, "Oh God, it's Friday." He's looking forward to the weekend, and he's like, "You've got a ball check scheduled in at 11:30." He's like, "Oh fuck." So yeah, I probably ruined his day really.
What are you going to talk to him about? I'll probably ask him what golf handicap is, I'll say all of them.
But fair enough to him, he was a nice enough chap and he was alright. Checked him properly, good. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my week. Good little week.
Popular misconception: doctors who are gay don't look forward to that.
I would imagine that's who. That's the thing that like when you're a little kid, you think, oh yeah, I'd love to be a gynecologist because you get to see fannies all day, don't you? And then you get to like a little bit older, and you're like, actually, that'd be the worst job in the world. That'd be disgusting. So if they get, I'd imagine that it's worse for them, really.
Yeah, it put you off the ones you want to see.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be horrible. So yeah, all right. Enough. How do we get into this every week? Balls,
I think this week you brought it up because you said I got a balls check this week.
That could have led it onto that. All right. Should we do some emails?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't think I've got the emails up.
I got 3. All right. Now it'd be nice with this one because sounds like someone's probably having a bad time anyway. My dog just died.
Great.
Do you think there's a heaven for dogs?
No. Sorry. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? I could lie to you and try and make you feel better, but no, I don't think there is. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think your dogs. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. with it.
And it depends if the dog was good or bad. I mean, if it was a bad dog.
Exactly. If you had a bad little shit of a dog, at least it's not in hell now burning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Next one. Where do broken hearts go?
Down the pub.
Trying to find the way home, aren't they? So in the song, I guess. That'd be my answer.
Go on, sing the song to me.
Where do broken hearts go? Trying to find their way home. That one.
Trying to find the way home. Is that what?
Trying to find the way home, I guess. Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe they've got to find the heart.
The other broken heart.
Something like that.
Them together.
Really, all hearts are broken, and then
is that made in the 80s? Was that song made in the 80s?
80s or early 90s? Yeah, I'd say maybe early 90s.
That sounds like an 80s song to me.
I'd say 92 would be my guess, but I'll check it later. Okay, this one. If there is anything today that you might not like, or you might want to remove, it'd probably be this, but it's not bad. I was thinking heard this one before, but
so
no,
it's
not.
If you hear a cut from here, you know what's
okay. It's not. Something's been made. Apparently, I read against the law now. Catcalling.
Right.
What do you think? Should it be against the law or not?
Catcalling has been made against the law in what country? The UK.
UK, apparently.
Have you made this up, or is this true?
I saw someone who's always commenting on political stuff comment on a Facebook.
That can't be true.
On a Facebook news post.
That is the most absurd law I've ever heard. That can't be true. That can't be a law. How can catcalling be? So name calling's a law as well.
How can it be policed? Yeah, that's the thing.
That can't be a law. It's not right, and it's horrible to be doing. But it can't be a law. You can't be illegal to say something to someone. Nah, I'm not up for that. I'm not up for laws saying you can't say something to someone.
That reminds me of Psychopaths. That does. Like the next step from that is like premeditation. Like, he was gonna call someone. I did it.
Yeah, I mean,
we won't be able to argue
if we just stop talking about it there, we don't have to cut it out. I think that's all right for now.
Okay.
So that's our opinion on it. You can't be putting out laws that stop people from like saying stuff.
You can dislike people for what they say. You can't put them in prison or fine them, can you? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be like going up to someone and just abusing them is obviously horrible, but it shouldn't really be against the law just to shout at someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. You little twat. You little twatting pine cone. It's not very nice. Obviously, it's horrible, but can't be. Nah, you're going to jail for that, mate. Get in the slammer. All right. I haven't got any emails. I can't bother. I forgot the password. I can't bother to log in. So we'll just leave the email section there, shall we?
All right, fine. I'll do one for you. Is it true that you once bought a candle and you just you ate it? You ate it with while the flame was still on. Is that true? No, it's not true.
All right. So I think you're doing a disservice to the person that emails in every week. He comes up with some funny emails, and you just come up with shite. There. No, that's not true.
Is it true that you once made a car out of wagon wheels and a potato?
No, but that would be a sweet little car, wouldn't it?
It's more like what you'd do. Okay, no emails today. You'll have to double next week.
Well, there will be double, won't there? There'll be the ones from this week that I haven't checked, and then there'll be the ones next week. So I'll just read them all out next week.
Okay.
All right, thanks. That was the emails. got a bit of news for you.
Oh.
Got one Western news and one Far East news. So we'll do the Western news first. What are you looking like that for?
I hope you haven't got some news that I've got.
So that tells me that this, for the first time in a few weeks, you've actually got real news, because you've never given that a look before. Whilst I've been saying I've got Far East news, because obviously in the past few weeks you just made the shite up, hadn't you? So there's no way I'd have had the same one last a few weeks, was there? But go on then. We'll see if we've got the same one.
Okay.
All right. First one I've got two different reports here, but basically, let me give you a question. Do you think
what's this? Is this the Far East or Western news?
No, Western news. We always do Western news first, don't we?
Okay.
The news starts in the West and then sets in the East, isn't it? That's how the news works. So do you think you're more likely to get bitten by a shark or someone from New York?
Someone from New York, definitely. I like someone from New York. He's got more chance of walking to me.
Yeah, but you don't live in New York.
Yeah, I know. But someone from New York, I know a shark's not going to come. I know for a fact I'm not going to go to the 7-Eleven and a shark's going to walk in and get me. Someone from New York, it's like quite an international city, Bangkok. Could happen.
Apparently, on average per year, sharks bite into like 57. Bitings from New Yorkers is about 1,600.
Well, I'm surprised it's that low. I mean, I'm
guessing because they don't go around reporting all the bites, do they?
I'm guessing there's far more, because there'd be loads by women biting men that don't get reported.
Why do women bite men?
Because it's what can cause maximum pain from them if they're in a fight with a man. They'd either knee the balls or bite them, wouldn't they? Probably.
So is that what they do?
Probably. What do you reckon? You got more chance of being
probably. Yeah, probably. That's fact. Then that's fact.
What do you reckon? You got more chance of being kneed in the balls by a shark or by a New Yorker?
New York, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't know how many.
I think I'm there's more chance of me being kneed in the balls by a Tasmanian than there is me being kneed by a shark.
Bitten by a shark or kneed in the balls by a shark.
Strange is apparently there are only like 4 fatalities by sharks a year, so 57 bites. Most people don't even die from them. Most of them are probably like little sharks having a little nip. Anyway, aren't they? Little ones.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Just playing around. Harmless, really, aren't they?
Yeah, when they have it, I realise.
All right. Yeah, that was one. Western news. You got any Western news or not?
That's news. That's news.
That's news. Yeah, that's my news.
Okay, I have got some Western news. Yeah.
Right, do your Western news first.
Woman breastfeeds cat on plane. Refuses to stop when asked.
Why is a cat on the plane? That's my first concern. Is why is there a cat on the plane?
I don't know, but I did open this one and it was one of those hairless cats. Maybe they thought it was a baby.
Maybe they thought it was a real baby.
Don't know.
Oh, that's disgusting.
But this is real news.
A Sphinx cat.
I'm in their report. All I remember was Georgia being in it. So it was the state of Georgia. So it was something in the US. And I've seen this twice. I saw it myself, and then someone I know posted it in one of the social media groups. I mean, so it must be real.
I mean, do what you want in your own time, as long as your cat's not being abused. Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like it's fine, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like looking at them cats. Them cats make me feel sick, even if they're not being breastfed. And to have that sucking on someone's boobs on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
you can be in real close quarters with people then as well, like rubbing shoulders.
I mean, all I can say is if I was on the plane, I'd be well happy that it happened.
Me too.
I'd be like, I can't believe that's happened.
I wouldn't complain. I
wouldn't be complaining. I'd be like, fair play. Yeah, it's fair. I don't think it's that bad when you think about it, really. It's just funny, isn't it? Something to say you've seen.
I'd chat to the woman doing it and I'd just ask her all sorts of questions.
I'd rather that happen to me than me go and see the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, I'd rather that happen to me.
I don't know what that says about me.
Then I'll sit in the middle of two massive people who put their arms on my wrists.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's not that bad, actually. I've changed my mind. It's not that bad.
Weird, very weird.
Yeah, very weird. But that's why it's not that bad, because I quite like weird stuff. All right, should we play the Far East News jingle? Yeah, you know you haven't got to do that every time. That also makes it harder to edit because you're still singing while I'm trying to cut it off, and you just go. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, because when I don't do it, there's just a silence, and no one starts the news. So
that's better.
Just like.
Oh, okay. So we're going to start the news with. I'll tell you what country my news is from, and then you can say if it's the same one. If it's the same one, then we might have a problem. Mine is from Cambodia.
No, fine.
Okay, fine. I'll do mine then. Right. Cambodian woman marries a cow who she claims is her reincarnated husband. She says, after kissing me on the lips and following me upstairs like my late husband, I married a cow. What do you reckon to that?
I think there are lots of countries in which you can marry animals anyway, so it's not that mental.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of normal, but kissing it is a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, it is weird, but if you're going to marry it, then, I mean, I'm guessing some of them do pretty mental stuff. Some people have sex with car exhausts. But
with car exhaust? Sure,
if you're in a country that is Buddhist, and then you can't really complain. I mean, why not? Yeah. You could, souls find each other, don't they? It'd have to be souls in the same like type of body. If his soul's went into a cow and he's found your heart, two broken hearts found each other, then nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Where did broken hearts go? Sorted.
Yeah, and you can't complain about the cow not being happy because the cow is happy. The cow's kissing it, and the cow is her husband. So
yeah, she told the kids, "You're not allowed to kill the cow after I've gone. Look after your father."
Yeah,
that's what she said. Oh, there you go.
But I do know if you all run out of food, I know who's dying first.
I'm going to eat Dad.
Yeah.
What?
Mine, I got quite a lot actually today. There was a glut of Far East news. I couldn't believe it.
Real news, hopefully.
I'll do the Japanese.
Fingers crossed this isn't made up.
There's always loads of Japanese food ones, but like I kind of leave them because there's so many. I can't include them all. But there's a couple of good ones today.
Yeah.
Very Japanese. One of them was the South Side selling insect drinks, and there's like an insect that's like bigger than a cockroach, and they say you can even smell its pheromones still. So selling these now.
What do you mean you can even smell its pheromones still? I don't understand what that means.
That's what it said. Pheromones, some kind of things that are in insects. I mean, well, everyone has them, don't they?
Yeah.
But
what's that? Let's do the size.
I don't know what to do with the size. Just say you can smell it. So maybe some people like the smell of the pheromones. I don't know.
Oh, okay, whatever. So it's a massive beetle, something.
But I guess you crush it up, and I don't know if you put it in the drink or there's loads of them, but there's at least one big insect in the drink that you eat.
Oh. That's what they say. That's going to be the future. We're going to be running out of food, and we're all going to be eating insects. That's what they say. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Who said that?
That's what scientists say.
Not all of them.
They do. Like most of them do.
Some.
Most do.
Okay.
So
and the other one.
But what do you think about that? Just as a side note. Yeah, we haven't had any side notes for a while.
Doesn't really bother me too much. Like if that's the way it's going, I've had insects in Thailand, and you can make insects taste like anything because they have no flavour. They've got a nice crunch, and they'll taste like whatever you cook them in. I'm not bothered by that.
Not fair enough.
As long as they're easy to get hold of, and I mean, there's a lot of protein in them.
Well, that's the point. I think they're easy to get hold of, easy to farm, and there's quite a lot of protein in it, I think. And that's the point. And
as long as we can make sure we're not going to be spreading loads more diseases, because I'm sick of diseases now.
I'm bored of them as well. I'm honestly sick of disease. I can't bother with them.
I just think let's just go on with our lives. There's going to be one generation of people who go their whole fucking lives never going out because of fear. Do you
remember that film Bubble Boy?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, isn't it? And that film was basically, the message of that film was, don't live in the bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, well, stop there before that gets to the point where we're going to have to cut it out.
All right.
Carry on. Go back to the news section.
I just thought this one sounded like it might be nice, and Starbucks adds popcorn and rum to hot drinks in Japan. I'd have one of those.
Starbucks adds what on rum?
Popcorn and rum.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So this is what's interesting. When you got countries like Japan, obviously they're a sensible country. They don't go around going that mad. Well, actually, having said that, some of them do. Some of them go mental. But I guess the average person isn't that mental, so they can put rum at Starbucks. And when you go on holiday, sometimes you can get beer at McDonald's. But you ain't getting beer at McDonald's in Wolverhampton because it would kick off. I'd imagine the same thing would happen if you put rum in Starbucks in Wolverhampton. It would just go mental. So, yeah.
Sounds nice though.
It sounds nice, but I think it's England. That's why England, we can't have nice things because
can't be trusted.
Can't be trusted. So we just go mental with all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you say Japanese aren't that mental. I've got some more Japanese news though, and you might like this. There's a new onesie for gamers that comes with a toilet mode. Right,
I can see that in Japan, yeah.
So you can just do a little poo. And there's also a gamer hoodie specially designed for people who have got cats. So like
I can also see that. Have you seen them little bags that they have? It's like a little sphere, and the cat just sits in there. And you can see the cat can see all the way out, and it's got like a little breathing hole and stuff. And it's just a backpack.
Nah, they really love cats though. I don't know why. Cats are, I think they are a bit mental because they all like cats so much. I think you're a bit mad if you do.
They're all a bit mental. They all like cats, do they? The whole of Japan likes cats.
Scientists said that 92% of Japanese like cats. So, last piece of not Japanese news, Asian news. This one's North Korean. I might have to make up a little bit because my phone's covering my screen, but Kim Jong-un took 10 for no wickets in blistering return to North Korean domestic cricket on a pitch that was described by locals as a batting paradise. So basically, bowling, he's taken all 10 wickets, the opposition have got no runs on a batting paradise.
So that's possibly the best performance of any cricketer ever.
No, people are saying he's got.
When I read about this though, I mean I've never met this Kim Jong. What's his name? Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
Well, is his dad named Kim Jong Il? Because I keep getting that name in my head.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never met him, and he's probably
a nice lad.
Did I tell you I had a dream about him?
No.
I must have told you this. I had a dream about Kim Jong Un, and he was a sound lad. He was absolutely sound. But the whole time I was thinking, I was best mates with him. But it was that thing where you think, I don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, you can never truly be his best mate, can you?
So the whole time I was a bit uncomfortable, but it was a sound lad, to be fair. And we were just going around just having a laugh, and it was fine. And nothing ever happened. So that's my only. So I can only go off what I've seen from my own eyes, and he seems sound to me. And there's all these stories what people are making up, like you've just read out there, because it's like a joke now that he makes up lies, isn't it? Right. Yeah. I can't help but thinking that people make these stories up for him. I don't think I've never. You know what I mean, you never see him say. You never see a video of him saying that he did this, do you?
North Korea's all right, and we've just got out of control with story upon story, and they're just living in their little wonderland, all having fun, all playing games all the time. Here we are, slagging them off.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to a Chinese friend the other day, and he was saying North Korea are fine.
Yeah, and if he says that, then that's fact, then, isn't it?
Yeah, because they don't. We always think we're on the right side of it all, but maybe we're not. Maybe we're the one.
Yeah, it's that meme, isn't it? Is it Peep Show or the guy from Peep Show? And it's like they're the Nazis and they're looking at each other.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, are we the baddies?
And they never leave because they never want to leave. Why would you leave? It's like a paradise. It's shit over here.
Right, that's why. Yeah. All right, we'll wrap that bit up anyway.
Okay. So that's all my news.
Yeah, we're just flirting with the controversial, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. That was the news. All right. Do you want some bad news now?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want the good news or the bad news? We just had the good news. Now it's time for the bad news.
I've had
well, I was telling you last week, wasn't I, that Mo Salah getting voted 7th as the Ballon d'Or.
It's not that bad news, is it?
That was quite bad. You can tell me if this is worse or not worse. Guess what was voted UK's best sitcom of the century?
Oh my God. Oh no, I think I've seen this. It's not Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Oh, it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. Mrs. Brown's Boys. Possibly the worst sitcom of the century. Mrs. Brown's Boys.
in the USA, like The Office is coming like level or above Friends in polls. The US Office. I'm just going to shoot myself. This is it. This is why I don't need to be alive anymore. I can't associate with anyone.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, yeah, okay. On the US one. Side note, I think Friends is pretty decent. You think Friends is pretty decent. A lot of people hate Friends. I didn't know. I don't really understand that.
Nah, Friends is alright.
I don't understand.
The problem with Friends is I've seen it so many times I can't get excited to watch it, but it's alright. It's alright.
The problem with Friends is it kind of like gets a little bit dry in like the last few seasons. But a lot. This is what. So anyone listening out there, yeah, who doesn't like Friends, and like, people like think that like I don't really understand it. Like as if it's like a lowbrow comedy. It's got some good jokes in it. It's good. It's well written comedy. I don't quite understand why people try and take the piss out of it too much. You can take the piss out of 2.5 Men. That's wank.
Yeah. Or what's the Big Bang Theory?
Absolute shite. Friends is a decent sitcom. I don't understand people taking it as Friends. Loads of people do it. It's like loads of memes about it. Anyway, we're not going into that. Mrs. Brown's Boys, another bag of shite, came first. And I read in the comments, the guy, I don't know what his name is, the little Irish fella, who does the...
I just hope that... I've never met anyone who likes Mrs. Brown Boys apart from your mum. Have a word.
I've had a few fucking words, mate. No, I think but that's the point though. I think that it's literally is when the whistle blows, because the average person who doesn't really, they're not like into maybe watching all the different sitcoms or really being that bothered about stuff. They just want something to be able to laugh at. There's enough kind of like just humour that tells them when to laugh and laughing at it that makes it popular enough. It says, the quote from the guy says, "It vindicates the fans' belief in the show. They've kept us on the air. It certainly wasn't the reviewers." So that's literally exactly what happened in Extras, When the Whistle Blows. I can't believe how much When the Whistle Blows predicted Mrs. Brown's Boys. It literally is like to a T what happened. That is.
There's the opposite of this though as well though, where the reviewers give things like really good reviews and the fans hate it. Like the new Ghostbusters. Bloody rubbish, and bloody rubbish. The remake, and
usually remakes are shit though. Like
I know.
If you remake something, it's got to be really good.
It's nothing to do with there being women in it or not. If men in that, it'd be rubbish. It's just rubbish. But then the reviews are like giving it like saying, "Oh, it's really good." But like,
that's when
nothing.
So when that happens, it's usually when there's a political agenda, isn't there?
Yeah.
So what do you say? So it's all women in it, is it?
Yeah, it's like a redo with all women.
Well, that's probably because...
It was set up to be bad, wasn't it? It was set up to... It didn't have much of a chance to begin with. It's nothing to do with women not being able to be funny. But there's just...
I haven't seen it, but... Yeah, if you're going to remake Ghostbusters and you're going to change it so there's all women in there, that's fair enough, but you've got to be really good.
Yeah, you got to hit the nail, haven't you? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so that's Mrs. Brown's Boys is the best. So no arguments with that. That's fact. That is. The Office came second, but I don't understand. The Office came second. That's what I don't understand. So that shows. So who's doing this? Yeah. You either like The Office or you like Mrs. Brown's Boys. They can't be second and first. One's got to be first and the other one's got to be last. They can't be next to each other. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Don't understand.
Yeah. Mind you, I've only watched about 5 minutes of Mrs. Brown's Boys. Maybe I watched about 5 minutes.
Nah, you didn't. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right, let's move on. You got anything to talk about?
Have you got it? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, nothing amazing this one, but I've got something you can do. And I was watching Countdown. And
as you do. Is this right? So this is what I imagine you do in your life. You wake up probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You probably sit on your phone playing chess for about an hour.
I'm playing much chess lately.
Pardon?
I haven't played much chess lately.
Oh. Well, you just sit on your phone doing nothing on your probably Hearthstone or just sitting doing nothing. Probably have a bit of food. And then I'm trying to work out the time zones. So you probably do some work. And then after you work, you'll probably put on the TV and just watch all the afternoon UK game shows. Something like The Chase, Countdown, and all that bollocks. Is that what you do?
When I finish work, probably half the days go for a little run, then come back, and then probably put the TV on. Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with putting the TV on after a long day's work.
Nothing wrong with it. It just depresses me a little bit when people.
Especially when it's about 9:30. What else am I going to do at 9:30 at night? Go out drinking every night on the lash. 9:30. I've got a few hours.
You could do something. You could better your life, mate. You could do something productive.
No. Because then I'm just like all I'm thinking about is I finish work. Oh, then I got more work. Then I'll go to bed. Then I all got more work.
No, go on, then. Okay, tell us about Countdown then. Go on. Tell us about Countdown. It's so wonderful.
Well, it wasn't that wonderful, but one thing I was thinking is how there's always a massive difference between the best one who's class and would usually beat me, and then the worst one who comes on. I think, how the hell did you get on Countdown or have the confidence to go on when you're getting like 5 or 6 letters when there's 7 and 8 ones obviously there, and like whatever. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking when you lose, you get like a mug, and a book. Well, I won't want that in my house because then all that everyone knows when they come to your house. You lost on Countdown,
you lost on Countdown, did you? Oh, you lost on Countdown. Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it?
Just give me a bit of money. I'll spend it.
I can't believe they get a mug and a T-shirt. I mean, they can't be making millions, but they must be making enough money to give them more than a mug and a T-shirt, which literally costs £5 total.
I think they get a dictionary, don't they, or something like that?
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, mate. Fucking dictionary. Oh, great. Oh, thanks for that dictionary. Thank you. You're taking the piss. So not only are they saying that the shit, they're saying, you're that bad, go and read this fucking dictionary because you were shit, mate. So they're giving them a dictionary to train up for the next one.
I don't even know how it works. It's like the Octo champs who win like 8, they have to win 8 in a row and then you go off and you play someone else who wins 8 in a row or something in the final. I don't know what you win at the end of that.
When I watch it and there's someone...
Me.
Who's that?
Me. Yeah.
When you watch it and there's one that's like a champion that's been on for ages, they're usually pretty good.
Yeah. I watched the French one when I was in Phuket.
Was that much good? Was that fun to watch?
It was.
How well did you do on that one? Did you beat anyone on that one?
They had some different rounds. They had a maths round where they just give you a long sum. And I poked my head up when a few of the seconds had already gone, and I got the sum and they didn't.
Fair enough.
And the guy who was in the room with me was like, "Oh, fucking hell!" He was French, by the way.
That's the thing about maths, isn't it? It's the same in France as it is in England, so it's good, really.
The French guy who was with me beat me on every word round.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's where you're going to be struggling. Yeah. Thanks for that little anecdote. What do you reckon about nudism?
Well, it depends where you're doing it, doesn't it? If you're doing it in your own home or in nude places where everyone goes nude, then it's all right.
I was chatting to a nudist the other day, and they were saying...
Did you ask for nudes?
No, I didn't ask for it.
All right, then show me yourself then.
Because I don't think they take pictures, do they? There's like walking around in it. But yeah, they were telling me like this about travelling or where they want to travel. And they were like, I don't want to go to Thailand. I ain't going there. I'm like, why do you want to go there? It's like, no nudist beaches. Mm-hmm. So obviously most Asian countries aren't really into the nudist scene, are they? They're like the opposite. They're like the fully clothed. They're more like to like the fully clothed scene, aren't they?
Yeah.
So apparently like France and Croatia are the main nude places that they go to.
Spain's got some in it.
I'm sure there is, but this person, I think their favourite one was France and Croatia. But European, obviously, get it all out, don't they? Is there any in the UK?
I mean,
that could be a good video for me, couldn't it? Probably can't film there, though, can you?
Yeah. I have got a video idea for you, though.
Go on, then.
I want you to watch some Eddie Murphy films. The main one being...
A video idea for me, and I've got to watch Eddie Murphy films.
Okay, the main one being the Beverly Hills Cop. So watch that.
Yeah.
And then, there's scenes when sometimes he doesn't have something, he has to, like, blabbermouth his way in. Like, for example, he goes into a hotel, and they're like, we don't seem to have a room for you. And then he'll be like... Well, he just sends it on the phone and he's like, well, it turns out they're not letting me in. Michael's just going to have to do his interview somewhere else. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
I want you to find, and word for word, try and copy one of those things to scam your way into somewhere so it's like a scam crossed with your thing.
That sounds good. I feel like it's going to be hard to do, though.
He does it all the time in those.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird that it's in a film, though, isn't it? It's not a real life thing. What he's doing that's an acting.
Yeah, but
film,
some people do this. They don't. They're confidence scammers, whatever it is.
All right,
they just
try it.
Copy one of those and walk in. Yeah, you don't have to sound like Eddie Murphy.
I don't have to. Okay, that's good. Because that'd make it quite a lot harder.
Yeah, you can do your own voice.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got to say about that. Do that. That's your homework.
Nice one.
What's your next plan for where you're going?
My videos.
Yeah.
I've got one written down somewhere, but I forgot what it was. I'm not really very inspired, to be honest with you. It's cold. Yeah. It's hard to do it.
Yeah.
And there's not that much going on here. I searched for a few things. I saw chili eating competition. I was going to go there, but it's well far away.
And you'd get battered.
I would get battered, yeah. I would get battered in a chili eating competition. Well, I don't know. I just need something like that, don't I?
Yeah.
I'll have a think about it later.
What about there's all things in like Cornwall? Like we have like those things where you roll down hills and stuff. That's some weird competitions around there.
Cornwall's a bit far. You break your fucking legs on them. The little cheddar, doing the little cheddar rolling down the hill things.
Yeah.
Chase the cheddar. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It looks fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I roll my ankle just playing football. No one was around me. Just fell over the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next section on my list is Crazy Frog. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw a little picture of him, and I don't know if the article was talking about this or not, but it's something what I definitely noticed now. But apparently he's got a little knob. Well, he has got a little knob. I've seen it.
No, that does make me think of something that happened this week as well. Then.
So maybe it's in the news. Someone's brought it back up. But I can't believe it. He had a knob. What?
I was watching King Kong versus Godzilla, and there's a little girl in it.
Yeah.
Who can like do sign language and like his mate, but you never see King Kong's knob, do you? But he's got one. So when she's talking to him, really, we don't see it.
So wait there. So they just don't. You saying that they just don't show a full frontal of him?
They mustn't, because he must have a knob.
Do you mean he must have a knob? Why must he have a knob?
He's not wearing pants.
Why must he have a knob though? He's not. You know, it's not real, don't you?
He's a bloke.
King Kong's not a bloke. It's a CGI monkey. Well, ape.
Yeah, so he must have a knob.
He hasn't got a knob. King Kong has not. They have not put a massive knob on King Kong. They've not put a King Kong sized knob. A king sized knob on his.
No, they haven't. But in real life, when she talks to him, they're just a massive knob flapping around in front of him.
It's not real.
We're not allowed to see it.
No, because I'm pretty sure I've seen a full frontal of King Kong and he hasn't got a knob.
Okay, I'll find that.
But on the other hand, Crazy Frog has got a knob. And
even
apparently,
on the music video.
Pardon? Yeah,
even on the music video.
And apparently some countries they blurred it out, which makes it way worse to me. Because that would have brought attention. Because I didn't think about it. I've seen Crazy Frog loads as a kid. I never thought he's got a knob. I've got a little dog here. You like dog? At least it's been quiet. Your microphone's probably going mad now. It's probably going. Fucking it, but yeah, whatever. So that just makes it worse, doesn't it, when they censor it? Because that just draws attention to it.
Well, I'd have to make it a bloke. Like that's the main reason I would prefer to have female dogs, because I don't want to have to like be stroking my dog. Oh, not your knob.
It's knob, yeah.
Oh, she's having a little stroke. Oh, using your knob on me again. That you don't want to sit on you because you've got to feel its knob all the time.
Yeah, it just comes over and just plonks its knob on your face.
Yeah, my friend up the road, he's got a male dog. He said once it was came to him when he was asleep. He's stroking it. And he looked at it, realised he's just stroking his knob, but didn't realise because he was asleep to stroke it. Yeah, it must happen. It must happen that people get woken up by the dogs licking their balls, really, but they don't. But they just like let it happen because they think it's a dream. That really happens. That must.
The dogs licking the balls.
I bet that happens as well. Yeah, that's why I don't let my dog
is that
in the
only
bedroom.
male dogs that do that, or do female dogs?
I guess it's both, but I mean that's why I don't let my dog sleep in bed with me.
So I don't let my dogs lick my balls.
that's one of the reasons. Because they would. They don't care. Dogs don't care.
Yeah, but I just put some pants on. If I'm sleeping with a dog, I'm not sleeping nude. 100%, I'm not sleeping nude. I wouldn't be worried about getting my balls licked. I'd be worried about having my knob bitten off.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that.
I would. That's what that'd be going for me. I wouldn't be able to sleep. All right, should we move on? I think we're getting quite close to the end now. I need to do this.
Yeah, come on. I think this story's going to be class. Let's go. You ready?
Yeah, shoot. I can't wait for this story. All right. So, previously on Roboland, whatever the fuck this story's called, Yeah, I noticed when I listened back to what you'd done in the story last week, I noticed nothing happened again. The whole story was taken up by a robot dance.
Yeah, because you can't have a story that just goes, oh, and then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. Some of the most colourful parts of a story are the fillers. And
this is why we never really progress anywhere with these stories, isn't it?
Interaction. It is, because like I'll just fill it up for a bit, and then you do a little bit of progression. It's fine.
I've done a bit of progression, but I'm not putting any effort into the progression anymore. You know what I mean? The story's going to stay still, and it's going to stay still, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So basically, they found some robots, and then they had to prove that they were robots. And then as soon as they proved there was robots, these other robots cut the head off. Well, cut Alex's head off, and it turns out they weren't robots. Turns out they were humans, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I know they got dragged down into this little underground, like little base thing.
Where was it? Where was the base?
Shibbly Bang Pass.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're laughing about that. What's wrong with that?
I see you remembered it.
Shibbly Bang Pass. Of course I remember it. Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Robo Club, says the voice. This line doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'll ignore that line. As Olivia looked around, he noticed that this was probably the most robotic place he'd ever seen. It's got tinfoil on the walls. It's got posters of like them little Japanese mech robots that he's seen, like the little Transformers and what have you. There was a statue of Awesome 3000. And then there was a shrine in the corner, which was devoted to Terminator. Terminator is a robot, isn't he? Yeah. He just looks like a human, doesn't he? Yeah. And then robotic music was just like playing around, like, and there's like people just doing the robot dance and stuff like that. And Olivia was like, bloody hell, these guys really do go overboard on being undercover, don't they? All right. Let me tell you about our plan. Olivia and Todd sat and listened to their plan about how the pretend robots explained how they'd been undercover as robots for over 70 years. Many of them had been born into a life of undercover robotness, but the time for uprising was soon. My story's quite short this week. I can already see the end of it. Alex's head was left outside the meeting room, because that got chopped off last week. So he couldn't hear what was going on. But it was just, his head was outside just going. Wasn't very happy. He was like, they better not be bloody joining forces with those bloody bastard humans. I'll tell you that. But then inside the room, a robotic voice asked, will you join us? So Todd was like,
why do you have to be undercover when there's no robots around?
Well, you tell me, you started it, didn't you?
But they didn't have to. Because now they've got them in the base.
Because what do you mean? In case someone raised the base?
Okay.
Someone raised the base. Like, well, we're robots. Like, you sure you're robots? Like, of course you're fucking robots. Look at that, mate. There's no chance that we are humans. Okay. I don't think you quite understand the severity of the situation of where they're living, mate. This is like this. What you can't. It's like a world that probably someone like you can't really imagine. But like, if you're caught as being a human, you're fucked, mate. You're absolutely fucked. So it's like worth to go the extra mile. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so they said they asked Todd if he's going to join them, and Todd was like, "What about saying no? Just testing the waters, whatever." And then they go, "We'll chop your head off with this robot destroyer sword and turn you into a life-size statue of Crichton from Red Dwarf. No pressure." Remember Crichton from Red Dwarf?
Yeah.
He's a robot as well, isn't he? I haven't made that up. Yeah. He's not an alien, is he? I think he's a robot.
No, he looks like a robot to me.
Yeah. Got a weird shaped head, hasn't he? You don't see many robots with that shaped head.
Can't remember it that clearly.
It's got loads of shape, it's like I don't know, polygon.
Like a hexagon or something.
Yeah, it was whatever. Todd goes, "Yeah, go on then," and then that's the end of the story.
A lot happened there then, didn't it? After all your...
Well, no, so I'm sick of it. So that's all I put in this week. Plus, I've rated right before we started the podcast, as usual.
Yeah, that's why. I'm sick of it, so that's all I did it. Not because when the podcast was due to start, I go, oh, we're about to start. Oh, no, I haven't written the story. Nothing to do with that. That hasn't happened twice.
But that's the episode that you should have written last week, probably.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, hello. All right, yeah, cool. Go on, Bunny. Bunny, you can come and say hello too. Bunny.
You know
Come on,
Bunny?
Bunny.
It definitely doesn't look like a bunny.
This is Kitty.
Okay,
Bunny.
that definitely doesn't look like a cat.
Come on, Bunny. Where's Bunny hanging around? Bunny hasn't got much space. Come on then, you. Oh, the one's coming up here. Oh, there we go. There's Bunny. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Do you want to say hello? Say hello. Hey?
I'm not going to lie, mate. This is shit. This is really boring part of the podcast.
We're just going, aren't we? Saying goodbye.
No, we've got the last section now. The
Oh,
goodbye
good,
section.
yeah. I thought that we were just saying goodbye. All right, fuck off, dogs then. All right, there you go then. All right, what's your goodbye section?
So you haven't got one? You didn't bring one?
Yeah, I've got one.
Big bonus.
I was just thinking, what if you could invent something for teachers that meant that when you got those sounds you can make that only some people can hear because your hearing doesn't hear everything.
Yeah, like dog whistles.
Yeah, but you got one that teachers can use on kids. So when the kids have been bad, the teacher just prays it, and only the kids hear it, and the teacher doesn't.
Yeah, that happens. Where I used to live in Purton. Apparently, there was so many like little kids around the shop skateboarding and everything. They got this noise, what they'd play after about 9 o'clock at night, that only kids could hear. And started playing that well loud. Well, I don't think my ear was that good because I don't think I ever heard it. But apparently, they were playing that around the shops.
So I can start to use that in schools.
Yeah.
I think that. Well, I made that up right then, so I haven't thought much about it. It's probably
that technology is already available as far as I'm aware.
Problem is these days everyone would be going, oh no, you can't be doing that. Back in my day, they used to give me a good whip round the ear, the teachers did, and they'd give me a few canes on my hand, and then my mum wouldn't be going, oh, what's the bad teacher doing? They'd be going, what the hell have you done wrong today? The kids got all the power.
Did you actually ever get hit by a teacher?
No.
Well, so when we started school, they stopped doing that, but there was always still a few teachers what had been left over from that. All the old teachers were still left over from it, and they'd obviously been retrained to not hit the kids.
Yeah.
But they snapped every now and then. They snapped.
Yeah, there was a
few kids that got whacked with stuff, and then I remember there being like a big hoo-ha about it. One of the kids got like clattered around the head with something because obviously the teachers had lost it. Cause that's the instinct was to hit the kids.
My friend got grabbed around his throat against the wall once by a teacher. But I mean, I'm not saying no, it's obviously bad. But afterwards, he was just pissing himself to me about what happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What? I can't believe this just happened." But there's no thought of telling your parents. Now, there's somewhere in between in it. Like obviously, you can't be hitting kids, but you can't be letting the kids just know that they can do what they want.
Yeah, I'd hate to be a teacher now. You basically got no real authority, have you? Because anything like just shouting at them too much, you're probably going to get complaints, aren't you?
Yeah, and teacher only human. When you've been driven so far, classes every day, you know what's going to happen, and then you just you've been so good, and then all you have to go is just fuck off. Oh, I've done it, haven't I? Yeah. And then they fucking love it, and then you lose your job, you little bastard. Oh shit! Oh, I've done it again. Fuck. Oh. Yeah.
That's how you want. Some kid got a detention for in my school because we're in RE, and they killed a fly.
Oh yeah, you told me.
And it said on the slip. For the reason for detention was killing one of God's creatures. That's
one of my Ashley Patterson, who played rugby against me for his school, who by the way was like their best player. Obviously, he's a good player. My teacher obviously knew he was the best player as well. Sent him off for.
That's bad. That is.
What's the word? It's one of the 10 Commandments. When you blasphemy.
That is bad. That is.
Got sent off. Yeah, that's bad. Their main guy who, and then we just went on and won. But it was our like under 16s against their first team, but because obviously he was good enough to be in that team. But when he went off, we just beat him. They were sent off. So that's it. Blasphemy. But I'm pretty sure he gave a penalty. See, this is where it's wrong. He had given a penalty against me for blasphemy before, but he didn't send me off, did he?
No. That's absurd. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Blasphemy. It's like he's not part of your school. You can't tell him that he has to. So it's also racist because if he was, there's a lot of
any Christian blasphemy.
Yeah, if there's a lot of Indian kids in our school. If an Indian kid said that, he wouldn't have. It's not blasphemy for them. But that would be bad as well. That would be racist anyway if he did it to them because, how about you fuck off, sir? I'm a Hindu. Yeah. You know? Well, whatever. I suppose I'd say it was a Catholic school or something, was it? He didn't say it was. We did hymns.
What, your school?
It wasn't like a Catholic school on paper, but you have to sing hymns in the morning, don't you? That's weird as well,
It's
isn't
got
it?
Saint in front of the name, so it must be.
Queen, no, it doesn't. Queen Mary's.
Oh, I thought it was St. Mary's.
No. But you got it's still weird, I think, having to sing hymns in the morning.
That's well weird. As you look in my school, mine was just a normal school. Sat down, all these little kids just sat in there going, sing, Hosanna, sing. It's
yeah,
weird,
and they got all the fun ones.
When you think about some of the words that they used to make you sing, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Like, you laugh at like North Korea and like training up their little kids to do stuff. Like in ours were just as bad. Like just like getting all these kids to recite stuff about God.
At least we don't have to like that thing that Americans do, and Thais have to do it too. I think like they have to have the flag raised in the morning and stuff. Yeah. At least we have to do that.
Lame, that is.
But you can see why people are like go a bit mad nutty about their own countries.
Yeah. I think this ending section's gone on a bit. To be honest.
Yeah, I got work in 10 minutes. So.
All right. Thanks for listening to the Orange Chips podcast. See you next time.
Thanks.
Have you turned your video off already?
No, I haven't.
All right. Because last time I said bye and you turned your video off straight away. Boom, turn off. So then I had to cut everything short. All right. See ya.
Bye. Can I do my video off now?
Yeah, you can do it now.